We are on. Hello, gorgeous. How are you today? I hope you have a beautiful day, afternoon. I don't know where you are, in which part of the world. Please tell me everything. But before saying anything, I want to say thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you want to know more about you and why visibility feels so heavy and so cringe right now, yeah. And I'm gonna show you a new way of building your business because it can be freaking amazing if we have the right foundations in place. So if you don't know me, hi, my name is Faraco. I am a brand and visibility mentor. I have been doing this for the last 6 years of my life, and this is the best moment in my life that I am right now. So I feel like this is so fucking amazing. And because your visibility problem, as my visibility problem was, it was not what I was thinking about. Yeah, it goes way deeper. Yeah, because what I'm gonna about to share with you will probably challenge everything you have been told about visibility, about building your business online. Yeah. And if these things start clicking, yeah, you can hear me. Yes. Your relationship with your business will never feel the same because I don't feel the same from me, the entrepreneur from 6 years ago, from Rocio today. Yeah. And if you hear an accent, it's because I am not an English speaker. I was born in Argentina. I'm half Italian. So, yeah, I have an accent. Okay. And my English is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. So, in this masterclass is for you if you truly feel like it's so heavy to show up online, you are overthinking constantly your content, right? Your messaging keep changing constantly, and you feel like you should be farther ahead when you are seeing other people. You get like, I fuck. Like this woman is like moving on and I'm still stuck in the same place. So let's have a breathe, right? And we can have a shake, yeah, and release all this fucking pressure that we put in ourselves. Because deep down, you know that you have so many important things to share with the world, right? So your visibility is like it's fucking blocking you. And we are going to discover why this. So today you are going to understand why visibility feels so difficult and why the strategy alone it will never work and has not ever worked for any woman. Yeah, because they finish up burnout and all fucked up and resenting their businesses. And we don't want that, right? So, and what actually needs to change, yeah, within you. So then your visibility becomes something that's going to be really natural and so fucking authentic because you will feel comfortable with yourself. So, let me tell you a little bit about my story, right? So, 6 years ago, I came to Australia, and this is what I call when truly my life fully changed. I changed my identity completely because I realized that I was helping all these amazing women building their brands. They were looking amazing and the structured business, everything thriving, but I was so fucked up. Yeah, in the inside, I couldn't I have this huge disconnection with my body, with myself. It's something that I carry from my whole life. I have a lot of issues when I was a child. I have an scoliosis when I was becoming a woman, a trap in a plastic container for more than 4 years. So imagine the disconnection that I have with my femininity. Yeah, and I always try to push and make everything feel beautiful from the inside when actually I couldn't keep going like that. So I realized that I have to fucking close my business up, help these women, and then start reconnecting with myself because I didn't know how to slow down. And I remember really clearly that I was trying to fix my brand in so many times, like every time my identity was shifting and I was growing, and obviously I was investing money in my growth because I have my whole awakening here. Um, But during all these years that I have been paying for copying others' blueprints into a strategy, into how to do the business, it didn't work with me because actually I didn't knew my own energetical blueprint. I didn't know how I function. So how I was gonna copy something from someone else when it requires another foundation? Yes. So my disconnection with my body was huge, and everything changed when I stopped trying to fix everything from the outside. Yeah, my branding was beautiful, the images were amazing. Yeah, I was attracting people, clients, everything, but I couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep growing my business. So as I say, I had decided to let go of the clients, and when I finish, I start truly making a promise to myself that I will start building from the inside out, and I will take the time, and I didn't know how long it was gonna take for me to be fucking anchored in my body all the time, constantly. Yeah, I'm talking of like coming fully from survival, fully from full disconnection. Like I used to have, like, I show you, where is the image? Like, oh, I delete this. Here, I used to have allergies, like anxiety. It was so fucking big, and now I see myself like just living this life. It's like, wow, what the fuck is going on? Like, you can change, yeah? So let me tell you more about my story from hustle to fully embodied. Because, like, as I say, when I came to Australia, this one in 2020, like COVID hit so strongly. And here, when I closed the container, I just felt it was a time for a new season in my life. So I left the city behind. I moved closer to nature. And here was the first time in my life that I start listening to myself, and I become nature, because I realized that we are nature, and how our cycles are related with natures and the seasons of, the whole year. So it was incredible, amazing, and uncomfortable too, because I have been using my menstrual cycle, and mostly when I'm bleeding, like to release, because that's what we are doing actually, physically, like physically and spiritually. We are releasing what no longer serves us. So layer by layer, I stop trying to be someone else and clearing all these things that they were happening in that month. Yeah, to truly meet this beautiful, radiant woman that it feels like, yeah, you are reborn. Like, you can be the kid, you can be the teenager, you can be all these different archetypes that I'm gonna be mentioning, all together in one, and without having to like hide and put in mask. So truly, right now, my brand is an extension of me, and I'm so proud of this, because this didn't come from all the fucking investment that I did. Yeah, because I invest more than 60K on myself. This has come from my inner nervous system stability, for the time and the energy that I dedicate every time that life was trying to fuck me over, come back to myself, to regulate myself with my breath. Yeah, and today I can tell you that my nervous system is like, oh my god, so stable. Obviously, like, sometimes things happen and you can fucking scream and do things, because that doesn't mean that you have to be always like in the same lane and being all the time in the feminine without getting angry. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I am not fried, that my nervous system is not burned out constantly all the time. That it means that I have energy. It means that I can focus. It means that I can follow through the things that I say that I'm gonna do. Yeah. So the brand, my brand, actually, not the brand, my brand, like your brand, start becoming less of a mask, okay? Because you are peeling yourself internally, your own mask. So it becomes something really sustainable when you start building that relationship first with your body, and second, I mean, simultaneously with your cycle and your body, yeah? And that's why I'm here, because I'm here to help you build a brand that feels like home in your body first. Because I did the whole opposite. And I was helping people to build the brand from the outside, but not the inside. So I had dedicated all these 6 years of my life to master my menstrual cycle, to have a really stable nervous system so I can fully grow and expand my business. And this is also what I want for you. Because your visibility problem is not the discipline, it's not the content that you are creating. Yeah, it's not that fucking strategy that you're trying to copy from someone else. It's your nervous system that is trying to protect you. I'm going to repeat that again. Your nervous system is protecting you. And why is this happening? Okay, so let's go. The industry has tell you so many things that are fucking wrong that I'm so fucking sick of hearing. Yeah, most of us are thinking this, that we have a content problem and a strategy problem, when actually it's an internal brand misalignment. And this is actually the gap in between who you are and the brand that you are showing online, because who you are here in real life is totally different from the brand that you are showing. And when there is no there is not a line in between these two correlation, it's like something is weird and it's missing, right? So most people are gonna fucking advise this, like fix your strategy first, then your content, and then show up constantly. Go for it, right? Because I was like that too, and that was the advice that I was giving to my clients. Like, what the fuck? Now I'm not saying that. Yeah, because first the order I have shift is first the strategy come from regulating your nervous system. Second is to fully embody your identity, that fucking CEO that knows how to move, that respect herself and her cycles. Yeah, aligning your internal branding, the foundation, all the things that I'm mentioning, so then you can build a super fucking strong brand, external brand, yeah? All the identity pieces from your brand. So what is happening? Because your brand interprets visibility as a social risk. That's why when internal safety is not integrate, yeah, because you don't feel safe with yourself. You don't even can hear your own voice. You can even love all this part of you. You still feel shame. And when you feel shame, you don't show up in your full, most authentic expression, right? So you are thinking, oh, okay, I will fucking post tomorrow. I don't feel like doing now. If you are like trying to record something, yeah, no, fuck, I need a better strategy. I better buy this course. Yeah, I need that. Oh, no, I will do it tomorrow. I don't feel ready yet. No. And then what happened? Your thoughts come from, oh, fuck, I'm lazy. I'm not consistent. And, this is way the opposite. It's just your nervous system protecting you, because as a brain, when you need to expand your mindset, right, the mind will try to come back to the safe space, where to the thoughts that are limiting you and avoiding you to expand. And the same is happening with the body, because you don't know another way of showing up. That's the only way that you know. So creating a new pathway is going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be new. So you better go there, girlfriend, because when this is happening is when the true expansion is happening. Yeah, because it's not a discipline problem. Yeah, maybe you are simply trying to grow your business, but from here, not from the body. So when the body never felt safe, how we are gonna do that? We block ourselves. Yeah, it's not that you're lazy. Yeah, you are just like, oh, visibility. It feels so scary, and I know, because this is why for me it's so important to share my methodology. When I understood this, that we cannot be the embodied CEOs if we are trying to fake it till we make it. Yeah, what's the fucking point of doing that? Because we are actually, we have just seconds to capture somebody's attention on social media nowadays. The spam is going even lower. So for me, it's really important for you to understand like in a strong brand come from the full alignment from the internal branding and the external branding. When the foundation, the internal branding, that is the safety that you feel with your body, and how good you feel by being in your body every day, of showing up consistency for yourself and respecting your cycle, eating well, going to sleep at the same time, having consistency. That's why we need consistency. It's not in the content. The consistency has to come from you internally. Yeah, that's when the voices start stabilizing and when we are fully stepping into that embodied identity. Yeah, because if we don't have this, we are gonna lack one of the other one. Yeah, and if you maybe have the internal part, but you're missing the external part, so your messaging is changing so much, it's because we need to truly anchor yourself into your new identity. When we are changing and growing, and it's something that women, we do it constantly, at least I do, because yeah, for me it's all about expansion and growing, not staying in the same comfort place. And that's why I guess it makes me a really good mentor, right? Because yeah, for me the external rebranding is so beautiful and amazing, and I love to do all the images, like rebrand your own structure in your business, have the right messaging. But we do need both. Yeah, we cannot work with just one because people can feel that. So internally go first, and second, visibility. Yeah, embodiment before visibility. So let me explain to you a little bit deeper, yeah? And why this safety, like this anchor in your body, is the new strategy. Because this is how, as we are regulating ourselves, our nervous system, we become more consistent with ourselves, yeah? Because if not, it's going to be really difficult to sustain your expansion in business, because maybe you post something, this goes viral or whatever, or your audience bought what you have to offer, and then what happened? What do you have to offer them next? You don't have fucking idea, because you don't have clarity in your business structure, for example. Yeah, you're just going with the flow, which is amazing, but business needs both masculine and feminine. Yeah, and I feel the inner branding is the inner feminine, and the external branding is the masculine. So when these two work together, like, then you are invisible, but you don't expand when you feel unsafe. Yeah, why you keep also, for example, attracting all these fucking crazy relationships? Because you go too fast, too deep, instead of going slowly. Yeah, we are relating by trauma responses. That has to be exciting, has to be amazing, has to be all like, wow, to really say like, oh my God, I want to see him again. And when it feels like something is kind of boring and slow, you say like, what is wrong with this? Because our body is not used to have that safety even with somebody else, because we never actually create time and space to connect with ourselves. So can you imagine how it's not just affecting business, it's affecting everything, because everything is so correlated. And yeah, truly, when your visibility grows faster than your internal capacity, you are not self-sabotaging yourself because you want to, but it's the way of your body is showing you that you need protection. Like, it's not safe to expand, yeah? So regulation is truly the bridge between survival and expansion. And when I'm talking about regulation, it's not about like being calm all the fucking time, being in your feminine, doing fucking nothing. No. I'm talking about having this capacity to hold more of life, more pleasure, more success. Yeah. Because as I say, when you feel safe, expression then becomes more natural. You truly can be more yourself because you truly feel confident with who you are. And so visibility stops being forced and become be more sustainable because you're nourishing yourself sustainable during every fucking single day of the year, even if it feels boring, like waking up at the same time, going to sleep at the same time, eating accordingly to your cycle, saying no to your friend that she's really insisting of going to the party, like then you become being less people pleaser, and it's fucking amazing. So because yeah, truly this part, because when people come into your feed, they truly can feel you if you are confident in your own body or not, or you are faking it. Yeah. And people don't come and just experience your offer. That's what we think because we have a business, whatever. No, what they do, they experience who you are, your vibration. So the energy that we are emanating, yeah, if we have that confidence, people are gonna respond to that confidence. They are gonna see you as a leader. They are gonna say, okay, she's coherent. She has coherence from what she's saying and how she's being in real life. Yeah, nowadays, like if you are close to other people, you can meet the people that you are buying the courses from. Yeah, it's so important to like jump on a call, with somebody if you are doubting. And if they don't do calls, well, you say, well, you lose a potential client because I really like you, but I just want to feel you. Sometimes it's okay to do that. And so, yeah, when there is this internal incongruency inside of us, people can feel that and they will feel their resistance of buying from you. And it's like super subtle, but really, really impactful. So I want us to pause for a second, tune in with ourselves. Put your hand in your heart, the other one in your womb space. Let's breathe in. From our nose in 1, 2, 3, close your eyes. Let it go. From your mouth, your body can start yawning, super normal. When you're relaxing, do this 2 more times, inhaling from your nose, holding for a bit, letting go. And in the last breath, go to the last breath, and I'm gonna ask you this, and I want you to sink in with these questions. So, what does visibility feels like in your body right now? Just tuning with your body, listen to your body, feel your body. Maybe if you are super psychic, you can start seeing images of stuff. Whatever comes or happens is perfect. So where are you feeling tension right now when I talk about visibility blocks? When do you think there is a blockage happening in your body? What is that tension happening when you are thinking about feeling seen fully? Interesting, right? Yeah. And if your business could speak through your body, what will be the sound that you will be making? What it will say? Maybe it has a word or something, just tells you. And the last question for you is like, what will feel so different from you for you if you're gonna start expanding this safety, start being more visible? How life is gonna feel different? How much time and space are you gonna take in your life when you are interacting with other people, not just in business? How are you going to speak with your mom, with your father? How are you going to stand up for yourself? You know, confidence is actually it's an inner game thing. It's not an external thing. So if you want to continue exploring this, you can pause the video. You can write on your journal. I'm going to keep going. I hope you enjoy that. And the other piece that is the inner branding, yeah, that we are seeing today is your identity. Because actually, you're not just one identity, yeah, you are fucking freaking multidimensional. Yes, we have a little bit of all these tiny personalities inside of us, different part of us. Yeah, we have the leader, the visionary, the creator, and also we have within us the inner child and the inner teenager. And remember that I was telling you my story about how uncomfortable I was in my own body when I was helping all my clients. Well, my inner child was actually screaming, and I didn't know that she was inside of me. I didn't have any fucking idea. And since I started acknowledging her, well, everything truly changed because your inner child actually holds the potentiality of your business. How is it gonna be your creativity? How's the curiosity about things? How you are sharing yourself online? How you are being so playful? Yeah. But the situation is like this goes back way back, right? In our childhood, like we learn that we cannot be so loud, that we are being too much, that we don't have to draw attention, right? All the things that our parents told us, our grandparents. Maybe, hopefully, that's not the case for you, but it was mine and so many of us, right? And so, yeah, I just learned to shrink really tiny. So I can belong to society, I can be accepted for other people. Yeah, and this is such a huge thing that we all pass through, you know? And so our inner teenagers truly remember us, the judgment that we carry, the rejection, the comparison that we have. Yeah, how many of us have been comparing our body with somebody else's body? Oh, she's better, she's fitter than me. Yeah, when somebody doesn't like you, you are not holding yourself really well. Well, because the same happen, like it's related obviously with visibility, because when all of these things start to get more intense, yeah, all the our inner teenager and our inner child get activated. Yeah, the same stories start playing out in our mind, and that is what the body remembers, that uncomfortable feeling. So it's better not to do it. We are gonna protect ourselves, and we are gonna keep watching Netflix, right? Instead of posting or building a masterclass or whatever you need to do. So your nervous system here really contracts, yeah, and not because you are not capable, because you are so fucking much capable of all the things that you go on, but without a regulate nervous system, you are gonna feel unsafe if you want to keep pushing your visibility, yeah. So there is something bigger behind this. It's like you are also psychical, right? You're a woman, you have a womb. And I want you to know that your energy changes so much every single day, even during the day, it fluctuates. Yeah, your creativity changes too. And your visibility, obviously, is going to change too. So we are not going to put ourselves in a box, because I'm totally about fucking breaking the whole box and how we build our brands and how we do everything. It looks different for each one of us because we are all different. We are in different journeys, in different moments in our life. And we are grow in cycles too. Yeah, if you don't utilize your menstrual cycle to clear your layers and step more into your power, where you're gonna keep being in the same place. You know, there are so many things that I can be teaching you, but obviously this is not about the specificities. I just want you to understand that you don't have a consistency problem. Yeah, it's like your energy is not the same every day, and your visibility is not gonna be the same either, as I mentioned, because you are so psychic. I so difficult to say in English. Cíclica. Sí, so easier in Spanish. Sos muy cíclica, amor, okay? You are so psychical. Psychical. Psychic, yeah, we are. We are fully are. Because over 85% of women reports like energy fluctuations and the mood changes through the cycle. Yeah, but still they are choosing to live a life where they have to be lineal beings, where they have to be masculine, overdrive energy constantly. And I know that this work has not been made for us, so we don't have another option to build the life that we want for us, right? And that's why is my compromise that I had with myself. And this is my promise to you, that I don't want you to keep building the same life in the same way, because there is another different way of doing this, through connecting with the 4 phases of your cycle. And it truly changed completely my life forever, the way I do absolutely everything, the way I relate with people, the way I set up boundaries, the way I move, the way I eat, the way I sleep, everything. Because when we truly start respecting this actually becomes the full circle of the strategy. Yeah, because as I say, we are energetical beings. People buy from people, and they can feel energetically if you are not in the right head mind space, because they are fully connected with their bodies. So you want to be an embodied leader. For that reason, you need to know everything about the 4 phases of your cycle. Yeah, in menstruation, the first days of your cycle, we are fully psychic. We should not be working. We have to be with ourselves. We can be creative. We need to slow down, cook meals, like be all these beautiful, nourishing, tiny little woman. That in the menstruation we have the wise woman. And I'm gonna be showing you this and this like that, because each archetype with each cycle represents a different part of you. And for that reason, you should not be sounding the same when it comes with your voice all the time. Yeah, in menstruation, your voice is not gonna feel powerful. Yeah, and follicular, yes, it's gonna feel powerful. I'm here right now. I wait until my bleed is gone, and 2 days after, I'm recording this. Yeah, because I feel the energy, I feel the creativity. Like, let's go. It's new life is getting built, right? And in follicular phase, we have the maiden. And in ovulation, is like the most expansive, most self-expressed movement in our month. Yeah, it's when we are super like, whoa, super sexy, super connected with ourselves, super like badass energy. But she's not asking for permission, she's taking space. So take more space. And you will see in ovulation how fucking strong it is. It's an amazing moment for selling, for asking for raises, raising your prices too, or asking your boss to have a raise in your salary. Is so amazing. And in ovulation, we have the mother. And in Lutherfeld, the priestess is the end of this third 28 days. Normally, that we are all different depending on your age. You can be like, you can have a lot of PMS and a lot of pain and all these things, which they are not normal, okay? They are normal. Yeah, they are not. They are not normal. I used to have all this pain, all these things, but since I start building and living through my cycle, my periods are not painful anymore. I'm good. I don't take any pills, nothing. I eat really clean. I have a really low tox lifestyle, like all the things that you need to start implementing because we need to clear our whole vessel to work in the best way possible. Yeah. So when we are utilizing our cycle and the different archetypes plus the inner teenager in the inner child, things are different. Yeah, because all of these four phases, yeah, influence our creativity, the communication that we have, how we are communicating, how is our visibility. We can be introvert in some ways. You can still like be in like luteal phase and be more introvert, but you can still share your voice in a different voice from another angle, from different depths, you know? That's what I mean when utilizing different archetypes and the voice change, yeah? And also energetically, you are gonna be so fucking different. You can smash it after you finish your bleed. Don't do fucking anything when you're bleeding. Stop people pleasing. Until when? You keep repeating the same stuff that all your generation has been repeating. You are the one that is breaking the whole thing, okay? So when you truly understand your rhythm, hermosa, yeah, your business start becoming lighter, and I can promise you it's totally different for me right now. I'm having fun, actually. And imagine building this, like this, your business from regulation instead of pressure, from truth instead of performing so fucking much for who actually? For your auntie that is watching, your mom? No, it doesn't have any fucking sense. Your people needs for you to be in your fucking power to speak your truth with no filter. Yeah, so we are not gonna perform anymore. That's done. That's the old paradigm. Yeah, it's all about embodiment from all these multidimensionalities. Yes, that we have. We are so freaking multidimensional, and mostly as you know, we have this beautiful space in our womb that we can create so many things. And more we connect with our cycle, more psychic we become, more intuitive we become. It's like a superpower force, better than paying a coach and following a strategy, I can tell you. So when your voice is stable because your nervous system is stable, things are going to start flowing your way because your voice, as you can feel, was never your problem, right? Your insecurity was not your problem. The problem was that you never felt safe enough to feel fully seen and to feel that you can use your voice unapologetically. And that is fucking powerful. That's a totally game changer because that's a true leader embody when she's sharing with no filter because you know that you need to be listening to some exact words that are going to activate you. And the voice and the vibrancy from your voice has so much power, right? So when you are fully freaking honoring your rhythm, the creativity starts flowing, the confidence starts stabilizing, you feel so fucking good with yourself. So people are gonna start connecting with you. So clients are gonna felt way more easier. Yeah, to actually you're gonna be closing things way easier because obviously you know all the part about business, but I know that you know all these things about business, how to close people. You have bought all this script, you know how to do it. But the secret is not about having more information. It's actually how to put them in practice by you feeling comfortable with yourself without needing to have anyone to tell you what to do or what to say because you are so anchored in your business, in yourself, in your mission. And this is truly the work that I do. As I told you, the internal branding is so key, so important. You cannot have one without the other one. They have to go together. They are like super married, because without body safety, we cannot stabilize our voice, and we cannot embody our CEO identity. Yeah. And without that, our message is gonna feel like fucking like everywhere. We're gonna keep changing our messaging, and we need consistency for business. Same consistency you need with yourself. That's what I mean, the consistency. You need the consistency with repeating the same fucking things. It's not about just showing up consistently. That, yeah, it helps because you have a personal brand, and if you want to be active, being selling, like people know that you are there for them, you need to be showing up, not disappearing when life is happening all the time for you, because like, what's the point of having your business then? But you can allow yourself to not to show up when you have everything in place. And the consistency, again, comes from the congruency that you have with yourself and the anchor that you have in your mission. When identity and expression fully align, visibility stop performing like pressure, yeah, and it becomes like embodied presence. And if you feel like you keep shrinking or doubting in your path, when you are trying to expand, just remember that you don't need to change who you are. You just need to reclaim your confidence. Yeah, you need to be in your body more and reclaiming that sacredness that comes when we are connecting with our cycle. Yeah, there is something raw, something ancient that happens. You will understand when you do this. And if you are doing that, amazing. If you want to go deeper, excellent. I also can help you on that. And if you're always feeling like, fuck, I'm not worth it, I'm not enough, it's time for you to own your fucking big mission, yeah? To love, live, and build from your body, because visibility stop feeling like a pressure and start feeling like an expansion, like an expression of all this multidimensionality that is living within us. So I always say that there is these two type of women, and I was this woman before. Oh yeah, I'm hearing you raw. This is so interesting, but I'm gonna try to figure it out alone because I have so much time, And I get it. I was there too, but there is also another possibility, because I feel like this version of us is still like the immature feminine wound, that we feel that we can figure it out, we can do the hustle, we can do the masculine things. And when you know that there is somebody else that has passed through what you have, and you don't have to do it alone. Yeah. So if you're feeling right now that this is exactly what you have been missing, the internal branding, or maybe you need the external branding because the internal branding is on point, and that's fucking amazing. I'm not saying like, oh my God, you need to again do the internal branding. No, if you got it, you got it. You know that, my love, fully, truly for you. I love this. But if you are feeling that you are missing the inner branding, it's the first thing that we need to be doing. You understand why right now? Because alignment with yourself is how we stabilize the business. Yeah, with your stabilizing, in like anchoring yourself in your body, in your identity, in your own unique voice. So if something in this masterclass truly resonate with you, and you are the woman that say, fuck yes, I mean, I really want to know what is happening for me, I need some part of the inner branding, great, we can look into that. Or you say like, okay, I have the inner branding in place, I need the external branding, the images, the brand structure, like more specificity into the business brand aspect, amazing. Each one of you, I can fully help you. So the next step is super freaking simple, my love. Is for you to book a call with me so we can do this together and you stop wasting this time that is so precious for you. Because I know if I give you the right things in the right order, your life can change completely exponentially. So I'm here for all the juicy and amazing things. I'm here for the transformation internally or externally or both of them. So book a call with me and we can dive in specifically where you are at. So remember, you need to be building your brand from your body so you can feel safe and you can embody this fucking amazing, weird, multidimensional CEO that you are. So I see you soon and I will be sending you an email if you are not looking into the booking link here. So I see you soon. I hope you have a beautiful day. Adios.